All right, guys, after about almost 2 months of podcast content of our GOAT Madness series, it all comes to a head tonight. We got our great eight, the final eight, the best of every position, be it bullshit or not, being that Tom Brady left this bus about 2 months ago now. We also have our Fantastic Four and then our GOAT Bowl. So as we promised, people that stayed involved with the Facebook end of it and participated in the fan bracket, we have a prize for you guys, and we will be, for the top eight contributors, we're going to be matching you up with players making it into this bracket. And I'm going to throw it over to Tim to reveal our fans associated with the players.
Yeah, so we're going to pick first. This is the player that matches with Joe Montana. It is Tyler Trask. Okay. And now next is Tony Gonzalez. And the matchup is our sponsor, Eddie Edmond.
Oh, okay.
Eddie. Hit it, Reek. Hit it, Reek.
Eddie, yeah, man, for your carpet needs.
Eddie and Tony G have the same amount of A bracket championships.
Oh,
Sorry, Eddie.
Man.
Cold-blooded.
Wow.
Sorry, Eddie. We love you. Next, we got Walter Payton. And that's Dave Kane.
Okay.
That's one too many BFFA Cowboys already.
Wow.
We didn't pick you yet.
I want to hear all that.
Oh, man.
Wow, he's fired shots tonight. Jesus.
Yeah. Tim's ready to pod. He's ready to pod.
Okay. We had Jerry Rice goes to
Reese Bro.
Tom Bremy.
Oh, man, that's another LBF
Okay.
guy.
Damn.
And we
Brimsky.
got Reggie White goes to Wayne. I can't remember his name is. It begins with a T. Tahanzi, I think his name is. I don't know. Sorry, Wayne. Mispronounced his name. I'll find it on the Facebook though.
Got you.
Then we have the next person here goes to Lawrence Taylor goes to Jack Whelan.
Wow. Okay.
Give a big shaker here. We got Deion Sanders goes to Kyle Tees.
Congrats
Wow.
on your gift card, Kyle Tees.
What?
Talking about, man.
Shut up, dog.
And last but not least, Ronnie Lott goes to Scott Hutchinson.
Wow. Okay.
I'll be
Okay,
hyped.
we're in the
about
building.
this. I'll be very hyped. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
let's go.
Now we got that all out of the way. I will
Yeah,
post
so-
these later on the website tonight, just so everybody knows ahead of time. We just wanted to do one here so everybody knew that we actually picked them. Here's the rest of you losers.
Started as
Sorry.
an idea, it became a dream, and now it's becoming a reality. No one foreseen it happening. It just happened. But enough of the chit chat. It's game time.
You like football? Do you appreciate good commentary? Enjoy the factual entertainment we call podcast. You won't regret it. Tune in while you can. They aren't on forever.
Clocked in, minds at work. Stadium's my only church. IQUC, I come in first. NFL, I wait my turn. Brucey is the QB1. Timmy is the football nerd. Ryan's hopping on them takes. Religious Reek will bless with words. Last but not the least is Reese. He shows opinions over. Hova speaks his mind while staying sober. Spits his facts, come watch or show. Your hat is on backwards, you know it's for clothes. Are you lucky they started this show that you're clover? Think that your brain is super, then over. Tune in while you can. You'll hate when it's over.
Guys, quick shout out to our sponsors, Levittown Carpet and Flooring. As always, estimates are free, but if you mention the Football Guys podcast and booking your service, you will receive $50 off your services. Also, the Motivational Brothers, you can find them on Facebook and on YouTube. That's our friends Eddie Edmond and Isaiah Noble. They're out there just trying to spread a positive message. And in a world like this, we need people like that. So give them a check out when you get a chance.
Eddie, yeah, man, for your carpet needs.
All right, welcome to the GOAT Madness Finals. We have reached our GOATs from every position. Joe Montana for the quarterbacks, Jerry Rice for the wide receivers, Tony Gonzalez for the tight ends, Walter Payton for the running backs, Deion Sanders for the cornerbacks. Who else we got? Ronnie Lott for the safeties.
Wow.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor for the linebackers, and Reggie White for the defensive line. So for anyone that doesn't know, we're going to be going offense against offense and defense against defense, and it's going to come down to the best offensive player versus the best defensive player. I forgot. As always, we are the Football Guys podcast. I'm Ryan. I'm joined alongside my man Reese, my man Reek, my man Tim, and my man Bruce. As we've been through the first 8 episodes of GOAT Madness, Tim is our master of ceremonies, so I'm going to throw it over to him to reveal our brackets.
First, we have to throw it over to Reek with a little bit of news.
Oh, yeah. Hit it, Reek.
Oh, yeah. So today was a special day in the football neighborhood. Patrick Mahomes signed a 10-year extension for $450 million, but can go up to $503. Talking about a great payday for one of the best quarterback in the league right now, especially talking about under 30. $45 million a year. But in my eyes, I see Dak Prescott in the sideline smiling too, because he about to get that money. Dak about to get $40 million a year just because you Patrick Mahomes. Somebody gonna overpay for Dak, and I hope it's Dallas. Hope he takes 30% of your salary cap with your cowboy asses. I hate y'all. Hope he takes it all for your mediocre 8-8 season. But that being said, yeah, shout out to you, Patrick Mahomes, for getting a great payday.
Tell them how you really feel.
Right.
Okay, so we'll get into it now. We got our first matchup is Joe Montana versus Tony Gonzalez. Then we have Walter Payton versus Jerry Rice. Reggie White versus LT, Lawrence Taylor. And primetime Deion Sanders versus Ronnie Lott. So we'll start the first matchup here. Joe Montana versus Tony Gonzalez. We'll start with Bruce here.
All right, showtime. So this is what we've all waited for, right? We waited for the GOAT, madness to kind of come to the conclusion and get us rolling on to see who we actually all think is going to be the best of all time. Hey, listen, Tony, we appreciate you, but I'm surprised you're even here. So Joe Montana did what he did and listen, he beat out the consensus GOAT, right? I mean, a lot of people probably don't agree with the fact that Joey Montana is here over Tom Brady. I see my boy Reese, and I know Tim is happy as all hell as well. But the man did work. He did what he did. It's hard to deny what Joe Montana did. So, because I don't want to spoil the goods for this round, because I think this is not close. Joe Montana is going to be my pick. On to Mr. Reese Rowe. Go ahead, Reese.
Well, appreciate that pass that you gave me. And, of course, I caught it. I don't drop this. It was
a spiral.
One. So, yes, wasn't a duck. But, yes, very quickly, Tony G, you're the only one in this matchup that doesn't have a championship. So,
where you going?
Yeah.
Jesus.
What else do we need to really talk about? So, I'm going to really keep it really short. Get your ass out of here, Tony. You can stay if you want. You're just going to stay like us and just watch the rest of this shit.
We all got the same amount of rings you, Tony.
Yes.
You haven't played one snap of football.
Not one bit.
Not one bit.
That's all sit and watch like, oh, you did sit and watch like we did. So we appreciate it. We all got something in common. Look, the Football Guys and Tony G's, the first time
we always watch the Super Bowls, huh?
Yes. So
y'all
what do you got, Brian?
Even been to a Super Bowl.
I hear a lot of hypocrisy here. I heard Bruce saying he doesn't understand how Tony Gonzalez got here, and that he's surprised Joe Montana got here. But if you go back and watch the tape,
his name is Joe Montana.
I lagged out for a little bit. I said Joe Montana.
I didn't say I was surprised Joe Montana got here. I said some people. I voted for Joe Montana. And I admitted for voting for Tony Gonzalez, but I'm still shocked that he got here.
So listen, here's my response. Anyone that's listening to this and agrees with me, I want you to hop on Twitter and hashtag this. Hashtag not my GOAT madness, because this is a fucking crock of shit, the fact that Tom Brady's not in this round of 8. It's a crock of shit. And the fact that I got to vote for Joe Montana because Tony Gonzalez's bum ass made it somehow is a disgrace. This is hashtag not my GOAT madness. Tim, what you got?
Not my goat, man.
Hashtag thank God Ryan don't know anything about Joe Montana.
Tony G.
Next question.
I don't
What you
want you to
got,
be here to
Tim?
begin with. We all know Shannon Sharp was my tight end guy, and he didn't make it here. So, Tony, you're out. Joe, you're going forward. What do you got, Reek?
So one guy has 4 rings, one guy has 0. What are we talking about here? Joe. By Tony. Next matchup, please. Next matchup, please.
Okay, we'll go back to you, Reek, with Walter Payton versus Jerry Rice.
Oh, boy.
Well, Walter has done good things, but when you have 3 rings with Jerry and 1 for Walter Payton, when you have records that are not even close to be broken versus records that have been broken with Walter Payton, it's got to be Jerry. I mean, I honestly, there's only one person who has a slight chance of catching Jerry Rice's yards record, and that's Julio Jones, the best receiver in football. I just want to plug that in. But he's the only one that's close. So it's got to be Jerry. It's got to be Jerry. Walter, you're a great running back. Top 3 for me all time. But, yeah, it's Jerry. What you got, Ryan?
Man, I love Walter Payton.
Let's talk about the devil.
No. I had time. I had time to watch my tape.
Yo, my God, yo.
I would love to make Walter Payton the GOAT, but he's hitting a roadblock in round 1 with Jerry Rice. As Reek said, rings make your hand heavier. Plain and simple. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jerry Rice got more of them. So I'm gonna have to go with Jerry Rice. He got the numbers too. He is the bar when it comes to what wide receivers can be. What you got, Bruce?
Well, I'm going to say it like this for Walter Payton. Not everybody gets to be put in the right situation like some people, right? Jerry Rice fell in a great situation with an amazing coach. But Jerry Rice outworked everybody. That's why Jerry Rice was Jerry Rice, okay? Walter Payton also outworked everybody. The difference was he didn't have Joe Montana and Bill Walsh. You know, the Bears had one really, really good year and one okay year. The saddest part of his career is not scoring in the Super Bowl. And it took Emmitt Smith quite some time to break that record. It wasn't an easy record to break like Reed made it sound to be. But Jerry Rice, I honestly, and minus like talent-wise, because he wasn't the most talented guy, is the best receiver of all time. And some would say it's not close. The dude was phenomenal. Others would say him and Moss are right there banging on the door. Jerry Rice is moving on. Sad to say because I'm a big Walter Payton fan. But Jerry Rice moves on. And we got 2 Niners in the Final Four. Reese?
This is easy. I mean, shit. Jerry got more touchdowns than Walter. I mean, look.
Well,
Reek already said it.
That's
3-1. You can say whatever it is. Like you said, the man outworked.
Yeah, but the touchdown
I won't
thing.
stay too long.
The touchdown thing, no, you can't really. Come on.
He's a running back.
He's a running back in
Come
a
on,
running back era.
He played in one of the most high-powered offenses ever. Knock it off.
Yeah, but he's a running back, though. So if a running back has less sessions as a wide
I said,
receiver, that's a big
Y'all
thing.
really.
Look, Bruce,
I
you can
like
try. You
Walter
can try all
Payton.
you want. You can try all you
Y'all
want.
really messed
But
up
guess
with
what?
the
I'll say
bullshit you
this.
guys
I'll say this, Bruce. When you look at the touchdowns, guess
Okay.
what? Walter is not even in the top 10. In the top 10. So it's not okay. So he shouldn't even made this. A lot of people don't even got Walter
Whoa.
making
Bite
this.
your damn-
That's
bite
the
your
fun
damn
part.
tongue, dog.
What?
Walter
Hey,
Payton's one of the best players of all time.
hey,
Stop it right
let's
now. Stop
roll the
bullshit.
tape. Roll the
I'll-
tape.
Roll the tape.
They
He
got
had a
Barry.
record until Evans Smith
Barry,
fucking
shake
out.
him down, Barry. You know what I'm saying?
Barry. I
Hey,
ain't
look.
gonna argue that.
See,
Barry.
that's what I'm saying.
I said
So
Barry,
look,
but
like I said, I didn't want to make this too long, but Bruce wanted to interject. 3-1.
You know.
Once again, is Jerry outdid everything against Walter. And once again, I just, rest in peace. But I just can't pick a man named Sweetness. I can't pick Sweetness.
Don't do
Okay. What you got, Tim? Finish this thing off. I don't want to say what I was going to think, but finish it off.
That's disrespectful as hell, bro.
I also love me some Walter Payton.
See, that's
he
a
wins.
smart man.
He wins in the better hair category over Jerry.
Absolutely. Oh man.
But he's also
Reese
a great
tried that
guy,
hair.
the Walter Payton Award.
Yes.
But it's Jerry, man. Jerry's much better at his position than Walter was at his position.
That's facts.
So we'll move on. It's Joe versus Jerry in the semifinals. Now we're gonna go to in my opinion, the two spicier first round matchups.
Oh yeah.
The defense. We're gonna go with Reggie White versus Lawrence Taylor. Let's start with start Ryan here. Let's talk about the devil.
Oh,
Let's see
No, man.
who you got now.
Me and the devil ain't on speaking terms because I went ahead and watched my tape because I had time. I had time.
Oh, you went to church? Okay,
I went to church. And when you go to church, you know, depending on your faith, you hear the priest, you hear the rabbi, or you hear the minister. So here, I'm going to go with the minister here. Moving on to the semifinals. I'm going to use an argument that I didn't like. When you're a linebacker, you're supposed to be clogging up the middle of the field. But when Lawrence Taylor, he was getting at the quarterback.
I'm laughing at Bruce's face.
Reggie White did that better than Lawrence Taylor. In fact, if you're looking at what they each did, I think Reggie White got to the quarterback better than Lawrence Taylor was able to get to the quarterback. I understand it's different positions, but that's Lawrence Taylor's biggest criticism that I heard from you guys. I voted Lawrence Taylor in the linebacker bracket.
Come on.
But now I'm able to use it.
Yeah, yelled at for it.
Come on.
Well, guess what? Lawrence Taylor won, and Ray Lewis is sitting on the couch. That being said, no, it's Reggie White. Let's throw it over to Tim, though, because I feel like Tim might go a little bit of a different route here.
Okay. To me, I watched a lot of football over a lot of years, and I'll still defend this to the day I die, that Lawrence Taylor was the scariest man to ever lace up the cleats. People were scared to death. Reggie was great, but if I had to pick the two, I think I'd rather go against Reggie, man. Lawrence Taylor, he might not just sack you. He might kill you, might take your head off, might knock you out of the game. He won the Giants a Super Bowl by knocking Joe Montana out.
That's true.
They don't win that Super Bowl if it wasn't for that. So
that's true.
Reggie was a man of faith, so he wasn't out there trying to kill people, so I can't really hold that against him. No, I said Reggie was a man of faith, so he wasn't intentionally trying to kill people.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
So I can't hold that against him, but if I was a quarterback and I looked up on that left side of the line, and I seen both guys coming at me, I'd be a little bit more worried about LT than I would Reggie. So I'm going to go with LT. What do you got, Reek?
Okay.
So you got two people that realistically play the same position, right? He's a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's a D lineman. So one person got 2 wings, one person got 1. But one person only has 132 sacks and one got 198. So they're not close as far as sacks. So if you're telling me Lawrence Taylor, that's what he does, get to the pass or get to the quarterback, Reggie does that better.
But he didn't rush every down.
That's true.
Well, that's not my problem. I mean, again, do what you're told to do, what you're known to do. If you're known to rush the passer, rush the passer. Why you not rush every down? Rush every down. Every team win. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyone out there, if Tariq Jackson's ever your coach, don't listen to what he says. Just do what you do best.
Yes, do what you do best. We're going to win a chip.
Just go rogue out there.
We're going to win. You know why? As a coach, I'm gonna have you do what you do best all the time.
Just go rogue.
So if you can rush the passer, why I do is just third down. I'm gonna do it first, second, third. I'm gonna do it all the time. Rush the passer, get the passer. Why not?
And they double team you, triple team your ass.
Okay, that's a Reggie too. Reggie got 198 versus 132. What are we talking about here? That's not just 60 sacks. Pause. That's a lot. So yes, I'm going with the Minister of Defense. I'm going with Reggie White. Did Lawrence Taylor throw people with one arm? Because I know Reggie White did. He got me like, hi-ya! Over there. Giving people over there, one arm. Grown men, one arm. So yeah, I'm giving that to Reggie. What you got, Will?
I'm gonna make this very short and simple, and I'm gonna use your thought process. 2 championships, 1. Right, Reek? What happened to that?
Okay, remember that. Remember that.
I mean, you bring it up. You bring it up.
Remember that.
I'm just gonna say another saying here.
I'm telling you.
We gonna act like a bunch of crazy dogs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you already know who I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm going with LT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the guy who just not only just struck fear in people, he did change the linebacker game. He literally did change the game. Don't get me wrong, and I love Reggie. I actually do love Reggie. He actually made me want to really be an Eagles fan, and he actually did root for the Eagles when I was a little bit younger because of him and because of his faith.
I know it.
The truth is coming out. Come on, the truth shall set you free. You were cheering for us in 2017.
Reggie,
I know it. I saw it.
Reggie. Upon you being there, like I said, I had to see firsthand, and being a Niners fan, as Tim said, guess what? What Lawrence Taylor did to Joe, and honestly, he actually put Joe, out of the 49ers, made him move on to the Chiefs. A lot of people forget about that too as well. Hence the emergence of Steve Young. So once again, LT, you won 2. Reggie only won 1. That's
right.
it. What you got, Bruce? Finish it off.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Oh, before Bruce goes, LT is also a better actor.
Yes, he is.
We ain't talking about that. Bruce.
All right. Reggie White was a better minister. But anyway, so look, man.
Coke.
Reginald White and Lawrence Taylor, right? This is one hell. First of all, Tim, I want to applaud you because this is one hell of a matchup.
It is.
Okay. So I know you quoted Lawrence Taylor, right? You had said something Lawrence Taylor said before, right? Reggie was a different type of leader, right? Reggie mentored Jerome Brown and tried to keep Jerome Brown away from his unfortunate fate. Reggie did a lot of stuff behind the scenes for that entire team, and including trying to save Chris Carter, but it didn't work out, right? Obviously, right? Reggie White, you talk about changing the game. Reggie White changed the game at the defensive end position.
Thank you.
He was the most dominant defensive end and will always be the most dominant defensive end of all time. This Aaron Donald banana bullshit that I keep hearing is freaking ridiculous. So I don't care what Ray's like. He might be eventually one of the best linemen of all time. There was no Reggie. There was no Reggie White.
He played D-tackle.
There was no. But I know. But we talk about defensive linemen. That's what people are trying to say.
Okay, I got you.
Look, my thing is Lawrence Taylor. That was a bad mamma jamma. He was, right? So I'm gonna take it to a little football life real quick. Lawrence Taylor's teammate Phil Simms said that at one point he had gotten sacked by the Eagles' defensive line. It was Jerome Brown and Reggie White. They both had hit him at the same time, right? And Jerome Brown tapped him on the butt and said, "Hang in there, big fella. Hang in there. It's gonna be a long day," right? So when you went against Reggie White, it was a hell of a day for you, just like it was when you went against Lawrence Taylor. The difference was Lawrence Taylor did some other things. Yes, he won another Super Bowl, whatever the case may be. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way on the face of God's green earth that I am not, in no way, shape, or form, voting for the Minister of Defense. Reggie White is my guy. He always will be. Lawrence Taylor was great. I just think Reggie White was better.
Thank you.
Fandom.
What do you mean, mother?
Hold on.
First of all, no, stop right now. Stop it. There's 3 Niners in the final 8, and you're lucky I voted for Joe Montana because I like him.
It's 4 Niners.
Yeah, no, 4 Niners.
4 Niners. So the fact that stop, you're not counting. You're not counting
Deion.
The fact that Reggie White, the fact that you dismissed what Reggie White did, I was almost an Eagles fan. Right there should have told you enough to vote for the man in the first place.
Why?
His faith, the way he acted and everything, stop it.
We can move on.
I just want to say one thing. Hold on a second. I'm not against Reggie because like this was one like where like you don't really care who wins because they both deserve it.
Yeah.
But you used the story.
Yeah. No, hold on, Tim. Stop. Because
no, stop.
Light his ass up, Ryan.
Ryan has his
Light him up.
Let Ryan go first.
Ryan couldn't light nobody's ass up if you gave him a freaking lighter fluid. So what do you got, Ryan? What are you about to say?
I'm gonna flip my vote to Lawrence Taylor here because you referenced the story. You referenced the story where Reggie White and Jerome Brown, and then you said Jerome Brown tapped him on the ass. What does that prove about? Lawrence Taylor was a bad man.
Nah, you're not putting no vote.
Bad man.
It was the point about the defense itself. I know what the story I was talking about was, but the fact of the matter was that they both played on good defenses. Pepper Johnson, Carl Banks, everybody acts like that was a bad defense. Like the Giants' defense was good.
Leonard
So
Marshall
stop
was
it.
another one.
They were Eagles defense.
Yeah.
So Ryan, why? What is
Okay.
it? Are you saying are you Reggie or are you not understanding?
Look at you. Like, come
Because I
on.
don't understand. Like
I
it's
know.
like he did that on purpose because he was waiting for Bruce to say something to change his part. Like, did you want?
I said, he couldn't light somebody's ass on fire with lighter fluid.
What do you want?
Hey, he's
Nah,
from barbecue. What you got,
I was
Rob?
just trolling. We're going to stick with Reggie here. Reggie.
Okay.
Yeah, smart
Now,
man.
next one. Go ahead,
Let's
Tim.
get it.
Hold
Let's get
on.
it.
I gotta write the asterisk next to Reggie White.
I know.
Nah, there ain't no fucking asterisk.
It's
There's an
asterisk because he
next to
tapped him on the
Joe Montana.
ass. He tapped him on the ass. It's
He tapped him on the ass. I didn't need to follow
Yeah,
that shit.
it's Reggie White with his manager Jerome Brown accompanying them to the
Whatever,
ring.
bro. I gotta get. Listen, that's fine.
All right,
Okay,
let's get it moving.
Now we got primetime Deion Sanders versus
Mhm.
Ronnie Lott. Who wants to jump in here? Who goes?
I'll
Ryan's
do
got
it.
his hand up.
Good,
Ryan's
Ryan.
got his
Oh,
hand
go
up.
ahead.
Ryan, talk about the
Go ahead,
devil.
Ryan.
Devil,
Yeah, talk about the devil.
All right, so
Devil, you don't.
we got to stop that because I had time. We had a couple weekends.
For 8 episodes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's not gonna go away that quick.
I'm a better man now than I was when we begun.
Hold on. At our merch shop, you're gonna get the Ryan and the Devil shirt. It'll be available soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
shut up, yo.
So that being said, I know we love to talk about rings, but I don't think this is where you got to talk about rings at because Deion is on another planet when it comes to Ronnie Lott.
Are we doing that now? Okay.
It's Deion, and I understand there's a lot of Reek's made because I know he's a big Ronnie Lott guy. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and I'm gonna throw it over to Reek. It's Deion.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It's not even close. Let me ask you a question.
Let me hear what he says on
Deion,
this.
right? His position is a corner, right? To get interceptions, correct?
Oh, here we go with the bullshit.
Right?
I
He
can't
gets
wait for
picks,
this.
right?
What you want to put
I
Night
can't
Train
wait for
Lane in
this.
this mother?
Right? He gets picks, right?
Go ahead.
Ronnie has more picks than Deion. He has more picks, okay? Then he has way more tackles, and he has double the rings. How are we saying Deion here? Like, I don't understand that. Like, Deion is prime time. You changed the game, yes, but one guy did something better than you did, and I was supposed to get interceptions. You're a quarterback. Your job is to get interceptions, and he did it better than you. And then you say, you know what, I'm going to add all these tackles that you don't have. And then besides, I'm going to get 4 rings. Like, you joined my team to get a ring. Like, I have 4 of them. Like, how? How is this? How we?
First of all, he got them over the hump, but keep going.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Definitely
All right, I'm fine. He only had 3 rings instead of 4. I mean, geez. Like, it's still more than what he had. Like, I don't understand.
Okay.
Like, 4
Keep
to
going,
2,
big dog.
more interceptions, more sacks, more tackles. What are we talking about here?
Oh my God!
What are we talking about? The point. You played a game to win. He did that. He's a better ball hawk than him. He tackles better than him.
Wow.
What are we saying here? And I love Prime, but what are we talking about here? Like, every statistic for defense, he has more than him.
This is awesome.
Except for touchdowns.
I'm jumping in now.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Go ahead.
You done, Reek?
Go ahead.
Reek is 100% right here.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Ronnie Lott created that Niners defensive legacy. Deion went from great defense to win a ring to another great defense the next year to win a ring. It wasn't like he came in and he was the only guy. They both had great defenses, the Niners and the Cowboys.
I can't believe this shit right now. I can't believe this shit right now.
What happened in Atlanta? He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing in Atlanta?
Hang on, Reese. Let him go, Reese. I got you, Reese. I got you.
Oh my God!
I got you.
Mute my fucking mic. This
Did he
motherfucker
win
did
anything
nothing
in
in Atlanta.
Did he win?
24 picks is a whole lot of nothing.
What's the object of the game?
Get turnovers and win. That's
It's 11. It's 10 other
It's
guys on
winning.
the football field, right? It's 10 other
But
guys.
Ronnie
on the football
Lott
field.
was the defense in San Francisco. Deion was a great part. He's by far the greatest corner,
He was.
in my opinion, ever.
So what about Ken Norton, Charles Haley, and all these other motherfuckers that was on that defense?
Ken
Charles
Horton,
Haley in Dallas too?
Ken Horton was
They're pretty good.
him.
He was pretty good.
Yes,
They
he
both
was.
was in Dallas. That's
Ken
what's
Norton
funny.
was
Okay,
No,
so you can't give it to Charles Haley.
Ken
argument.
Norton never played with Ronnie Lott.
Yeah,
You're
he's
right.
right.
Ken Norton never
Keenan-
played with Ronnie Lott. I'll give you that.
Tina Turner, all those other guys.
Yes.
Like the
You're
average, you don't talk about any of those other guys that were on the Niners defense back then.
Okay.
The 90s Niners defense had a lot of
Yes.
guys that were best at their position at that time. Not the Ronnie Lott era. Ronnie Lott was the guy. And Deion was the guy at cornerback position. But, hey, at corner, you can stay away from a corner and take his impact out of the game.
Right.
Ronnie Lott, you had to go with Ronnie Lott, and he made sure, like Reek said, you caught the ball, he was going to hit you. You throw it up, he was going to take the ball from you.
I don't understand.
All you do is run a sweep at Deion, and I'll jump out of bounds.
He's better at defense than Deion. I don't understand.
Okay.
Who wants to be wrong? Who wants to be wrong next?
I'm gonna go next because listen, I appreciate y'all, but you're making fools of yourselves right now. People didn't throw to one side of the field because of this man. And Reek, you're a fucking corner. You should be ashamed of yourself. He can't control him shutting down half of the field.
Yes, he can. Because you can bait them. You can bait them to make plays.
You stop. Literally no bullshit. You pick and choose your goddamn argument. Excuse my pardon my shit. But that's ridiculous.
Because I told you Night Train Lane plays better corner than Deion.
Oh my God.
That. I did say that.
I can't deal with this.
I did say that.
There has been nobody who played the corner position better than Deion Sanders. There has been nobody. Nobody. This man was a hit man. Get it? Hit man.
He never hit it. He never hit anybody.
Stop it. He didn't need to. He went from the Niners to the Cowboys and literally took the whole entire, he completely swayed the leverage on who was the better team.
And
that's so false. Because
how is that false? You guys
before that, they were both. It was 1 and 1A, the best two teams in the league. So it wasn't like he jumped on the 20th best team and took him to the Super Bowl.
So I have a question for you. The year you guys lost to the Cowboys, what was the score?
2 years ago.
The year before Deion got there. The next year, Deion was there, and did he make a play in that game?
Yeah.
Okay. Deion was part of the difference in that game.
But Ronnie Lott made that play a lot more times in the Super Bowl in the playoffs.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I personally love Ronnie Lott. I already made that clear. I did. But Ronnie Lott, yes, you're right. They had to throw Ronnie Lott. They had to make plays with Ronnie Lott. Yes, Ronnie Lott could tackle. And yes, Ronnie Lott was the guy in that defense. Because honestly, 95% of the schmucks out there who watch football since the 80s can't name another guy on that defense. Right? We can all agree on that. But to say he didn't do nothing with the Falcons is ridiculous.
I'm not gonna say that.
I didn't say he didn't play good ball. I said he didn't win on the Falcons.
He didn't win on the Falcons.
But that team was great. He had Chris Chan. What was his quarterback's name? That's before my time. Okay.
Yeah, a bum. That's what the fuck they had on that goddamn.
But here's what I'm saying, though, Bruce. When you look at,
they didn't even got rid of Brett Favre.
When you look at defense, he's better than him in every statistical category in defense except for touchdowns.
Stats don't tell the whole story.
Okay, take away stats. Accomplishments. He has more accomplishments than him. He has more rings than him. What? Okay. What are we talking about?
I'll say this. I'll say this very quickly. My vote is Deion. Okay, and it's very simple. It's very simple, and Deion's going to move on. And this is why. When you look and you talk about a cornerback position and you talk about the defensive back position, everyone now this day, Deion hasn't played since 2005, but we know he retired for 3 seasons, right? And came back. And
they talked his ass out of there.
Right? We talked about that, Bruce, off the air. So they talked him to come back. So with that being said, Deion still now is considered by his peers. They still talk about him now as being the shutdown. He literally epitomized the fact of a shutdown corner. When you had great guys, I'm talking about great quarterbacks, Hall of Fame quarterbacks who are scared to throw your way. That is something to say. Don't get me wrong.
Now,
Ronnie Lott was
you're the one that told me from time to time that Jerry torched him.
He did.
Right? Who torched Ronnie Lott over the top?
Hence, once again.
Oh, you're telling me Ronnie Lott never got beat?
Time out. So you don't remember those practices? You don't know about those practices then, huh? You don't think Ronnie Lott was getting cooked?
Because he's on his team.
Exactly. Because guess what? Ronnie Lott didn't have to go against Jerry like that. And Ronnie Lott played safety. I mean, and when he played corner, guess who team he was on? He was with Jerry. Crap. He didn't have to go against one of the guys that's on here.
Let me ask you a question. So, what is more impactful? Shutting down side with Deion or getting 2 picks in a game at Ed Reed?
Or getting 2 picks in a game with Ed Reed?
Yes. So Deion, you don't throw the Deion side, right?
Uh-huh.
Shut down the side.
Yep.
Ed Reed gets 2 interceptions, 2 more possessions with offense. Who made more of an impact?
Deion.
How? How? He got me the ball.
No.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you a question real quick.
I'll tell you how real quick.
He got me the ball.
He literally he made your offense literally one half of the field, or he took a quarter of your offense off the field.
Okay, but you can still score. You can still score. You can
I'm not
still
saying
win.
that you still can't score. You literally are taking a situation compared to a whole game, bro.
I have a question for you guys. When I brought this up before, you all said it was a kind of overrated stat. When Darrell Revis had the best statistical year as a corner and shoved people down, you all kind of glossed over and said he didn't make a big enough impact on the team. But when Deion does it, somehow it's a much better accomplishment.
Okay, can I just wait a minute?
Go ahead,
let me get my point in here. Okay? No. This is what this is meant to be. Okay, we knew this was going to be spicy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to say one thing. Okay, Reggie and Lawrence Taylor were probably that was a tough one. Okay, this ain't easy for me to say Deion Sanders. The reason I say Deion Sanders, and Tim, I get what you're saying. I respect it, but him shutting down one side of the field changed the game, no matter what team he was on.
Exactly.
Like when he took away a receiver, like Michael Irvin, he didn't want to go against Deion, right? I mean, look at some of the receivers he had to face, including a guy who's in this competition with us right now, right? I mean, we can't just sit
here.
Who
did Ronnie Lott face when he played corner?
Yeah.
Who did Ronnie Lott face when he played corner? Y'all forget that Ronnie. I said this before when I talked about Ronnie. He played corner for the first 4 or 5 years. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? So who did he go against?
He played against Dan Marino.
Okay.
Good player.
But hold on. But you also said before that you can only play against who's in your generation.
You're right.
I said that.
You're right. And so with that being said, so guess what? So let's take the whole thing in totality. Because one thing we're forgetting is what Deion did also on the offensive end.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that. Yes, we're talking about the player. We're talking about the player.
You do. You only make it count when it matters.
Exactly. We're talking about the player.
He returned every time he got the ball in his hand. It was a play. You brought it up when Ed Reed, we were talking about Ed Reed, but we can't talk about it.
You did say that.
No, because Ed Reed picked it off and took the script on defense. We're talking about defensive plays. You want to say defensive touchdowns? Okay, I said he had it.
Cool.
We can't talk about kick returns. We can't talk about punt returns because they never had some on this list. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about defense.
94 when Deion came over to San Fran, 303 yards. That wasn't return yards. That wasn't on kickoffs. That was interception yards off of the 6 picks.
It was.
Come on, man. Yeah, look that up.
No, I'm
looking at
Ronnie Lott with 730 interception yards. That ain't something to slouch
on. You're talking about a total. I'm talking about one season. And guess what? That's a championship season. So guess what? Guess you talking about an impact. I'm telling you what the impact was. It was a chip. He literally, you went from one team to another. That's a chip. You're talking about one guy. Y'all said it. One guy. One guy. We're not talking about the 10 other. We're not talking about even the quarterback position who has the ball the most. We're talking about one guy who plays corner, doesn't play safety, who can be able to, you cannot throw to him. Guess what? At safety, you can go ahead and roam the field. At corner, you can only play that 1/4 of the field. But a guy literally at corner has made two championships.
Yes, I am. But here's my question.
There's been no one else who's ever done that.
Take that championship away from him. He still has 2 more than him. 2.
He's talking about take that championship, and guess what? He, as Bruce said earlier, the best offense as well too. Deion in Atlanta. Guess what? Y'all want to take away those Atlanta years, but guess what? They were a mediocre shit team until Deion got there.
He balled out in Atlanta. I'm not
exactly. He made him a playoff team.
Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second.
There's nothing.
This is directed to my boy Reek. Reek, you got to stop doing this, man. Just a couple seconds ago, you voted for Reggie White over Lawrence Taylor. 2-1. Okay. It's not on certain players.
It's 4-2. That's a big discrepancy. That's big. That's double. That's double.
Bro, it doesn't matter. One of those Super Bowls, Reggie.
Okay, so you take it away. He's still, then if you take it away, he got 3 times as many rings. 3-1. What's 1 times 3? 3.
And less fingers.
And that's what I'm saying. And Rowe comes here and says, well, I'm taking Lawrence Taylor. He got 2-1. But if man got 4-2, he's not going to say nothing.
So I took your theory. I took your ideology.
You can't do that. You can't go both ways with this. Because that's your number one thing. It's
Hold on, time out. So you're going to stay with that theory? You're going to stay with that theory all through?
Oh, yeah, because you already know who I got over Jerry. You already know who I got. You already know.
You got Joe Montana already over
You already know. I'm going to stay with that theory. You already know.
If that's the question, time out. Then Joe should have never made it then.
I didn't vote for Joe. I said Tom.
Because of championship, straight up, right?
I said Tom.
Crazy.
You want me to do?
You went against that. You went against that with who was it? Who was it? Was it
Brian Dawkins?
Bean Joe
plenty of
Green?
players.
Brian Dawkins?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because he
You
had
wanna get your own
4.
thing.
Okay, when it's 2-1, that's close. When it's 4-2, that's not close. When I have
my
double
God,
the
why does
rings,
Oh,
He-
the Super Bowl
he
shit.
moved-
Listen,
he moves
I'm
the
gonna tell you
goalposts when he
this.
wants to.
I appreciate Ronnie Lott. I love Ronnie Lott. I'm not saying Ronnie Lott don't deserve to be here,
He
but
definitely
Deion
does.
Sanders, some people believe that Deion Sanders is the GOAT. Like literally the GOAT. My vote's Deion
You-
Sanders. His
you
vote's Deion
cannot-
Sanders. And my fine esteemed colleague that we don't know where he's at anymore. I don't know where he went. But
oh,
is he
Ryan's
still
right there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I
wow.
know. He fell asleep. He fell asleep. Wake up. Wake, you're back.
He's
Seriously,
watching
real
porn.
shit.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Pornhub.
But anyway, listen, Ronnie Lott, we appreciate you. I'd like to bid you adieu.
Salute.
Next.
Salute. That 42
Okay.
looks great.
It's okay, Reek. Not everybody can be right.
That's such a
You
So
guys
now
are
we're-
crazy.
Now
Stop
we're
it.
going to go to Joe Montana
Mhm.
versus Jerry Rice.
Good, Reek. I'm sorry, or whoever want to go first. We
Yes,
already know
I'm
your
gonna
vote.
say Joe. You know why? He plays a harder position and has more rings. Go ahead and argue Jerry. He went and got 3 of them without Joe Montana. He has more rings than Jerry.
Mhm.
He plays
The rings,
a harder
right?
position than Jerry. It's Joe.
I'm
Go
listening.
ahead.
I'm listening. Y'all want me to go? Or y'all
That's
somebody
it.
else
I'm
want to
done.
go?
You can go. You can go, bro.
Okay. How many records?
This.
4 rings.
Oh, 4 rings. So even in that category, he
That shit's
got
Not
beat out.
Jerry. We're not talking about Brady.
Not by Jerry. Okay, not by Jerry. Okay, cool. Matter of fact, I know it's always brung up too. How long did he play with Jerry?
Long time.
A long time. No, it wasn't a really long time.
Was
to
it
be
10
honest with you.
years?
It was only no,
6,
it
I
wasn't.
think.
Not even 6.
6 or
only
7.
6. So 6 seasons. Jerry played 20 seasons. So 14
How do you do?
seasons he played without Joe Montana.
How
He's
did-
on this list.
Did he
holds
win
a
without?
record.
Did he win without Joe?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, once.
Yes,
He
he
got
did.
1 with Joe.
Did Joe wait? Did
Yes.
Joe win without Jerry?
He did
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
He did not.
Okay, then there you go.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
So
1,
it's
2
back.
without Jerry.
You talking about no, he did not. He has 4.
I'm sorry, my bad. I had to
I
think.
didn't
I
say
had to
no,
think.
he
My
didn't.
bad.
Oh,
My
I
bad.
didn't say yeah.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
I was
He got me.
evening it out. I was evening it out.
He was
You're
evening
good.
it out. He was evening out.
Joe won twice without Jerry.
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
Yes, he
Yes, he
did.
did.
1 ring.
Yes, he did.
He has 1 ring. Damn it, Ryan. He has 1 ring without Jerry.
2.
Yeah, one.
No, he has 2. He has 2 without
Two.
Jerry. Jerry has 1 with.
Oh, he's right. Jerry, he does have 2 without Jerry.
Yeah,
Boom.
How many Super Bowl? Wait. How many?
Yeah,
Jerry has 4.
he's
Jerry
right.
has 4.
Joe has
Wait.
4. Jerry has 3, and Jerry has 1 without Joe.
Joe
Yeah.
has 2 without Jerry.
Yep.
He's right.
Yep.
Good job,
He's
Ryan.
He's right.
Wait, time out. So they won 4 Super Bowls.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're missing what he's saying.
No, I'm asking a question.
Go ahead.
'Cause I don't have something to look at. If Joe won 4 and Jerry has 3,
Yes.
Yes.
Steve
One
won
of those is
Jerry.
without Joe. He won 1 with
how many
Steve.
Super Bowl? And a Super Bowl, the Niners got 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so so in the 80s, the first 2 were without Jerry.
Yes.
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 Yep.
When they beat the Dolphins, Jerry wasn't there,
He wasn't
right?
there.
And when he did beat the Bengals, Jerry wasn't there. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Jerry
No,
wasn't
the
there.
Bengals. Oh yeah.
No, the first Bengals.
The first
the
Bengals.
first
The first
Bengals,
time.
Jerry
First
wasn't
time. I'm about to say the second time.
First
he was
Bengals.
there.
So
Okay.
there, he got
All right.
2 without Jerry.
Okay.
Mm.
That's still.
But I bet you Ronnie was there for those.
But once again,
He was.
but once again, I'm not talking about that. He still, once again, at his position, still got beat. Once again, you're talking about a guy who held before he retired well more, and still today hasn't played in almost 20 years, and still nobody is going ahead and broke a lot, and not even gotten close. You're talking about at the receiver position, almost 23,000 yards. That's unheard of.
Jesus.
Unheard of. Bro, all right, let's put this in perspective. You have quarterbacks who haven't even thrown for 23,000 yards. So you're depending on another guy to even get you the ball. And also, I'll say this too. Here's another thing that's not even talked about. But when Jerry was a starter, he's made the Pro Bowl 10 out of 11 times.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I'm gonna counter that. What's more important, MVP of the league or Pro Bowls?
This shit's out of control, yo.
He go at MVP.
So, cause Joe got 2 of them.
He does. He got 2.
How many
so you're
Jerry
gonna
got?
go MVP.
How many Jerry got?
You're gonna get MVP. And what is this league? What is this league? Is it quarterback or is it wide receiver league?
So why did he get it?
It's quarterback. It's quarterback.
It's
Why he get it?
quarterback,
Because
right?
quarterback.
We all know that. And how many? Let's just look at that. Let's look at how many quarterbacks have won MVP compared to the rest of the positions.
Why is that? Why is that wrong?
Right. So we already know that.
Quarterback-driven league. It's a quarterback-driven league.
And
so we already know that's already to be
Bruce.
favored.
What's the most important position in football?
It's all
quarterback. We all know that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's the quarterback. The most important, right?
Okay.
So this guy, without being the most important position, literally dominated, right? Dominated because he's dependent on so many other guys. He's dependent on, once again, the offensive line and the quarterback, right?
Right.
And also,
on the quarterback. Right.
So he's dependent on the quarterback. So he played with Joe. He only played with Joe for 6 seasons.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? In the Super Bowl, he still holds records. In the Super Bowl, right? He still has the most yards, I believe, in the Super Bowl. Still holds records. This is what I'm talking about. So you constantly want to talk about the Super Bowl rings. So he helped another guy out who also was hurt, and Steve Young, get that monkey off my back. Guess what? It was Jerry. He had there was other Hall of Famers that's on that list, but guess what? They didn't get rings with Steve Young. They did not.
Maybe Steve Young wasn't that good.
Oh, he wasn't that good. Well, he's a Hall of Famer, right?
He's a Hall of Famer.
Steve Young wasn't that good.
Okay, guess what? Randy doesn't have a ring, but he played with the guy that you said that you voted for.
Right.
What happened? They had a Hall of Fame season, right? But they still didn't get a ring.
Had a bad game.
What happened?
Had a bad
game. What happened when it mattered?
Had a bad
What happened
game.
when it mattered?
He had a bad game.
Oh, had a bad game. Guess what? Jerry didn't have a bad game. Guess what? Jerry played against a guy that's actually on his list right now, and Deion, who moved on.
No, I didn't say Randy had a bad game. I said Tom had a bad game.
Oh, Tom had a bad game. Guess what? You don't have bad games when you have a receiver like that. You can give the ball to him anywhere. And guess what? They just didn't give the ball to him when he was receiving. They handed the ball off to him. They wanted to give him the ball. That guy who had the less 40 time, who wasn't that athletic, who wasn't this, who wasn't that. They just had to get the ball in his hand, who just outworked everybody. That's Jerry Lee Rice. So once again, I'll make this very short. You already know my vote. It's Jerry. Without a question. Without a question. You can go ahead, Ryan. Please, I'll pass it to you. What you got? The devil that you know or the devil that you don't?
I'm gonna need you to stop speaking about my man's devil like that.
You got some devil eggs?
That being said, I'm gonna go with Cool Joe here. Joe Cool, whatever the fuck.
Thank you.
I know
Thank you.
You cool as other side of the pillow. If you don't get your ass up off that guy.
Go ahead, Tim. Right. Come on, Tim.
I mean,
Joe
did it twice without Jerry.
Thank you.
Jerry only did it once without Joe.
More rings, more MVPs.
I got a question. You guys were going to pick Ronnie, right? And you just said because of the defense and so forth and so forth. But literally, we just talked about Deion.
You're speaking to the wrong guy. Speaking to the wrong guy. I went with Deion.
You wasn't always speaking. I apologize. So upon
speaking to the wrong guy.
I know. I'm my bad. But upon that, we know that it takes 3 phases of the game to win a Super Bowl. It does. It takes 10 other guys.
Yes, it
correct.
Does.
We we don't have to go back to Super Bowl 101. So why is it that we want to go ahead and pick and choose when we want to figure out there's other guys on the football field? And we know that when you're at the receiver position, you're depending on literally not only just the quarterback, of course, the offensive line, so forth and so forth.
But you're the one that plays rings the most.
I'm the what? Hold on. Say that again.
You're the one that says you want us 2-1, 3-2. What? I gotta go with
you. That's you, Rick, not me.
Oh my God! Can we check the tape? He just said. Now he just picked Lawrence Taylor or Reggie because he had 2-1. That was the only argument you said was 2-1.
I did.
Now I say Ronnie because he got 4-2.
I did add more though. I did add more. I said Lawrence Taylor was epitomized that position. You forgot.
But the guy had more sacks by 6.
I did say that. So if you're gonna quote me correct. I just want you to do that. quote me correct.
Said 2-1.
I did say
2-1. The man is 4-2.
No, what you got, Bruce? What you got?
Go ahead,
Tim, you want to go?
I'm sorry, Tim. My bad.
You can go, Bruce.
All right. So, first of all, I want to get this out. Yeah, I got you. I want to get this out of the way for you. Jerry Rice, little history lesson, and I'll make it sweet and short and sweet with it. I always hear you, Reese, talk about how the only guy that might break his record is Julio Jones, right? Julio Jones runs a 4.3. Okay. Jerry Rice ran a 4.71, right? Let's get that out of the way first. The shit Jerry Rice did being not as talented as everybody else, being not as good as everybody else, but he outworked everybody. You can talk all the shit you want. Jerry Rice made Joe Montana better. Jerry Rice made Steve Young better. Jerry Rice went to a Super Bowl. He led a Raider team to a Super Bowl at like 45. Had their coach not kept all the play calls the same, they probably beat the Bucs. Like, that's the biggest joke I've ever heard in my life.
They didn't.
Jerry Rice was calling audibles at the line, trying to change audibles. Jerry Rice is the best receiver to ever play the game. Joe Montana is phenomenal. They played on the same team. Yes, Montana had 2 Super Bowls before Rice got there. But Rice kept that dynasty going. Rice won 1 with Joe, and he had a hell of a game, too. He won 1 with Steve Young.
So you kept
right?
the dynasty going by winning 1 more ring? That's not really much of a dynasty.
Hang on.
How many times did they make the playoffs?
He won 2. Well, first of all, he won 2 more rings. He won 2 more. When he got there, he helped win 2 more rings. Actually,
no,
3
you said
more
keep
rings.
it going. So that means that when Joe's not there,
Yeah.
they win. He won 1 with him.
Oh, my God. I'm talking he kept it moving, Greek. When he got there, he continued to help keep them relevant. Because another thing you're not mentioning, and I'd love for you to answer this, Reek. Who was the other receiver on that
You
Niner
don't know?
team?
I'm about to say that. See, thank you.
Stop
She
it.
thinking just like
Who
me.
was the other receiver on that Niner team? Talk to me, Reek. Don't
Which
say
one?
it before your
Look,
time.
look.
Which
No,
one?
Tim, I know you know, Big Tim.
Yeah.
Who was the second? Who was the second
It is.
receiver?
It is before my
Who
time.
was, who was the second receiver
Stop
on
it.
that team?
You picked goddamn Night Train. He was way before your
Yeah,
time.
because I did the research on him.
Okay.
I don't look at the
I'm
other
telling you
receiver.
who's
I'm not a Niners fan.
Man, and I'm not a Niners fan either.
Yeah, but you were born there. You saw it. I see it.
It was John Taylor. Okay,
He was one.
John Taylor. Okay, well he's the one I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
We'll talk about John Taylor. But you know what Jerry Rice did do? He beat double teams on a regular basis. He made catches because of the way he ran routes. He was a damn technician. Now look, Joe was a cool cat, and I'm a quarterback, so I'm dumb biased when it comes to that.
How is
Joe,
I don't understand.
you're lucky to be here.
Who's more clutch,
He
Joe or
is.
Jerry?
He really is lucky to be here, to be honest with you.
Who was what'd you say?
Who's more clutch, Joe or Jerry?
That's a good question.
Oh,
So,
shit!
when the game was on the line, before Jerry got there, when the game was on the line, who did Joe look to? Hey, you know what? I won't even answer
What about the
that
throw in
question.
the end zone?
Hey,
They
hang
threw to
on, one
Westman.
second.
Was that Jerry?
Tim, no, that was John Taylor.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the catch.
You talking about
Before,
Dwight
yeah,
Clark? That was
before, yeah,
before.
Dwight
that was
Clark.
before-
Yeah,
That was
Dwight
before
Clark.
Jerry
That
Rice,
wasn't
though.
Jerry, though.
That was before Jerry Rice.
I know.
Before he got there.
Who, when you guys needed a big play, who did Joe Montana look for when Jerry Rice got
Jerry Rice.
there? Okay. Jerry Rice
TCU.
beat double teams and didn't drop the ball. Ever. This is Jerry Rice. I don't even know why I had to put my 2 cents in, but a 4.71, a guy who nobody thought was going to be this good, but Bill Walsh did.
I know, surprisingly.
23,000. That means this man had 1,000 yards almost every career he played. Like, that's impressive.
When did Joe throw for 5,000?
Never, I don't think.
He
Never,
didn't because it
never,
wasn't
fucking
past
never.
era then. But let me ask you a question though.
But
So
my man
before
had 1,800
before
yards
Jerry, it was
this
Dwight
season.
Clark, right? Do we think we know about Dwight Clark if it wasn't for Joe?
Do you think you know about Jerry Rice if it wasn't for you? Are you trying to say that Joe Montana made Jerry Rice?
I say it's pretty damn good to have a quarterback like Joe for Jerry because usually wide receivers need a good quarterback.
6
You
seasons,
need
right?
you need one. You need
6
a good one to
So,
actually last.
6
for the most
Is
part.
that what? Okay, so as a quarterback, right? As a quarterback,
6 seasons.
I'm going to throw this
more.
out to you, and then I'm going to push it to my fine Niner friend down there in whatever corner he is right now. I'm going to put this to you. QBs, right? When Wentz didn't have any good receivers around him, how good was Carson Wentz?
It's to the
He
playoffs.
struggled. Now, listen, he struggled. He did pretty good this year with those practice squad players because they did what? They ran the routes that they were supposed to run. They ran hard. They played for this man. Here's the difference. One thing people can't knock Jerry Rice for, Jerry Rice gave 150% every time he lined up.
We're not talking about effort. We talking about what you're doing. Yes, we know he did. Yes,
You
we know
talking
he
about
did all
doing on
that.
field?
We
You
talking
talking
about
about
on the
doing on the
field. Like you
You
talking
talking
about
about what you're doing
extra. You
on
trying
the
to add
field.
extra. He gave it his all. He did the training. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about. Let's talk about strictly on the field what he did. He did.
Okay, he's the only man.
What is more important, yards or MVPs? Because one guy got two, one man got zero.
It's bias.
Now it's biased.
It's been biased. What are you talking about, Reek? So now you make no sense, Reek. You make no sense. You know it's a quarterback-driven league, right? So that means it's biased. If it's a quarterback-driven league, that means it's already biased.
What's a harder position to play?
You can say it's quarterback. Cool.
Okay. So
okay,
the person
great.
has it.
So
he has a
time
harder
out.
position to play.
Time out. So we already said this, right? So we said Joe, as you already pointed out, I'm going by your words. You said Joe Montana shouldn't even made it here, right?
Right.
So he's not even the best player at his own position by your admission.
Yes, compared to Brady, but he's better than Jerry.
So is Jerry the best player at his position?
I took Randy. You heard me.
So hold on, no. Are you backtracking now?
No, I said Randy. I said Randy.
Hold on, because you said off the air. You said off the air.
I said Randy. I said Jerry has the records, but I would take Randy. That's what I said. I said.
So we talking about what's on the field, though, right? So why are you picking Randy? How you picking Randy if you're going by stats and what they did on the field? How do you pick Randy?
Because Randy as a talent is better than Jerry.
Talent, but talent did not do anything. Talent didn't win a championship.
You, if Randy had Joe,
you make no sense. You're
if Randy had Joe, he might have 6 rings.
Time out. He had Brady, and he won none.
For what? For 3 years.
Exactly. He won none with the GOAT. So how is it he wins none with the GOAT and he's the best and talented? You're contradicting yourself.
Let me ask you a question.
He's more talented, but won 0. Then he went to San Fran and won 0 again. He went to other places and won 0. How is it that this man went to so many different places and played with great quarterbacks? He played with Brett Favre, 1-0. Once again, 1-0. He was in Minnesota. Remember, I forget about them years, right? He was a little bit.
He was there for 1 year, but I don't think Favre was there.
He played a couple games that got rid of his ass.
I don't think Favre was there that year.
Yes, he was. He was there. Yes, he was.
And they got rid of his ass. 2 years?
Moss was there to 1 year.
Yeah, and then that was the whole that transition when Moss was going from one team to another. Why is it that the
wait, let me ask you a question. Though. Here's my thing, right?
We gotta get it to Tim.
I'm gonna push it to Tim. Jerry Rice left the Niners, he didn't want to leave the Niners, but he left the Niners and went to Oakland and helped get that team over the hump. He helped get them to the Super Bowl, right?
Who's the quarterback?
Rich Gannon.
Did Rich Gannon win MVP that year?
And do you know why he won MVP?
Oh my God!
Actually, you just proved my point.
I know.
Yo, you literally just signed, sealed, delivered this.
Thank you.
Did Rich Gannon ever win an MVP in his career besides that year? Mr. Tariq Jackson.
Now's that year. Now's that year. Oh my God!
It is that year. That's what he's
telling me. So Rich Gannon is a bum now. He a bum. He a bum.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Okay, he a bum.
He's not a Hall of Famer, bro.
But he's a bum though. Okay.
Oh my
right.
God.
Okay.
I never said Rich Gannon was a bum.
I will. He's a fucking bum.
That was his best year. And why was it his best year? Because he played with the GOAT.
But you can say that with McNabb. McNabb has best year with T.O., but he didn't win.
Nah, bro.
Like, come on, man. Like, he didn't win with them, though. They didn't win. All right, well, Jerry must have choked because they didn't win. All right. They didn't win. They ain't win.
Go ahead.
Y'all had about to go ahead, Tim. Go ahead, Tim.
Sorry.
I forgot why we're here. What are we doing again?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Okay, this was tough for me because these are 2 of my top 5 favorite players of all time.
Of course. I respect that.
You guys all made some good points both ways.
And they belong.
I'm going to put one thing here. This is the difference in my opinion here. One of these 2 players was a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro in 3 different decades.
Yes, sir.
And that's Jerry Rice.
Yes, sir. I already knew it before.
Joe and Steve Young in an interview in like 2001 at the Super Bowl said that neither one of them would have wanted to have their career without Jerry Rice.
Yep, I forgot about that.
And if you asked anyone on this list offensively, I'm pretty sure they would all say Jerry Rice. Joe and Brady's a coin flip. I mean, like, if someone picks Joe, I'm not mad at him. If someone picks Brady, I'm not mad at him. I think
Facts.
if you went to NFL players and asked 1,000 NFL players, I'd say 996 would say Jerry Rice is the best receiver of all time. If you went to quarterbacks, I'd say it'd probably be 50-50 for Joe and Brady. So I got to give it to Jerry, man. All the accomplishments, all the hard work, like Bruce said, man.
Crazy.
The man started learning how to catching bricks on the roof,
He did.
working for his family. So, and also, Jerry Rice had a training regimen that nobody else could finish.
Not a soul.
Still can't.
And people tried too.
Yeah.
Tim,
And
people tried.
That includes
Yeah.
Deion,
Yeah.
Waters, T.O.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And T.O. is a workout warrior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder where he learned that from. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Didn't somebody mentor him? I forget who. Jerry
Okay.
Rice.
So let's move
This
on
is
now.
so
We got Jerry-
awkward.
We got
So
Jerry in the
awkward.
finals here. So now we got Reggie White versus Deion
shit.
Sanders. I'm going to go first here because I don't feel like waiting 4 hours like I did last time.
I love you, Tim. I love you so much. I love Tim, yo.
I'm going – it pains me because the one guy's a Niner. I know you guys might argue that fact.
Yes, he is.
In my opinion, Reggie White had a greater impact on a game than Deion did. Deion was the best corner, and I voted for Deion. I think he was the best corner. And he's definitely deserves to be in this GOAT Final 8. But if this was in their prime and you were starting a team, I think you would take Reggie over Deion. So I'm going to go with Reggie White. Who wants it next?
I'm gonna go next real quick, and I'm gonna make it quick. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's Reggie. And this is hard for me because looking at Deion and accomplishment he did, and I know we only want to talk about one position, but the man didn't play just one position on the football field. That's why he was so dynamic. And it's actually hard for me to really pick this because of the fact of what he did to a football team, whether it was in Atlanta, San Francisco, or Dallas. He just was they literally wanted to put the ball in this man's hands, and there was a reason why. So not only did he play defense, he actually played offense, and he played even offense on defense. So, but if you want to start a team, you always start a team with your front. You know, we don't have offensive linemen on here, so the next best thing, we have the defensive linemen, and that's what you want to start with. You want to start with your line.
Trenches.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So like I said, it has to be Reggie. Rest in peace to him. But it's definitely Reggie White. And it's not by a long shot, but it's by a very small margin in my eyes. What do you got, Ryan?
This one's hard. This is probably the hardest matchup we've had since we started this thing. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, so my first instinct says go Reggie. But it ain't that simple. You gotta dive a little deeper in this one. And I need to think about it for a second. I'm gonna throw it over to either Tim or Bruce or Reek, whoever wants it first.
I'll do it. Deion, Deion's phenomenal. I mean, I know Tim was not a big Deion fan, but obviously, I know Reese went off on Deion a couple minutes ago. And obviously, there's a little bias here because Reggie's one of my favorite players of all time. And so is Prime. I love Prime. I don't know what it was about him. Maybe I don't know what it was. But Deion Sanders is great. Like I said, Reggie White damn near single-handedly won a team a Super Bowl. He did. I know some people think that's a stretch. Go back and watch. I mean, he manhandled people. I mean, he threw people down. He broke double, triple teams. It didn't matter. He was unblockable. I don't know who's doing that. Who's doing that? Why are you pointing, Reese?
I'm laughing at Reek right now. I'm waiting for Reek
I know.
to say he's been muted for a little bit.
He could be mad, but I'm gonna tell you like this: Reginald White, he deserves this. So as much as I want to say, if it was gonna be anybody, it was gonna be either Lawrence Taylor or Reggie White to me. So it's Reggie White.
Now, you know I wasn't – I'm not picking Deion. He shouldn't even be here. Should have been Ronnie. So I'm not picking Deion, no. And then you look at the position, what's more important on the defense? It's a pass rusher versus a corner. So it's Reggie White. That's why they get paid more. Reggie White.
I got a quick question for you. So were you going to pick Ronnie Lott?
Yes.
He would pick Ronnie Lott and Reggie.
1,000.
Because of 4/2, right?
4 to yeah. I mean, you talking about over Reggie? 4-1. What?
But doesn't that just go against what you just literally said when you start defense?
No, because the corner versus a D lineman. The safety, what he does, because he can sack you, he can get picks, he does more. All Deion did was just cover. This man got sacked full reach because of it. It's totally different. All Deion did was cover. He didn't sack you, none of that. So no.
I agree with Reek too.
Shit. But my man played fucking corner in his first 5 seasons. But all right, I mean, I just wanted to ask it. I don't want to start now. But
Okay,
what do you got
go.
now, Ryan?
So I'm gonna just do what I think's right here. We ain't gonna let Deion go out 5-0.
No,
So
'cause I was about to switch my shit. I was about to switch it.
I gotta get
Shut
Deion
up,
out here.
I swear to God, I'm gonna make it 3-2. I'm saying Deion.
Yeah, because honestly, I was leaning Deion anyway. I really was. It was hard for me to pick against Reggie, but I was leaning Deion. I said it when we were doing the quarterbacks. I think Deion might be the overall GOAT. I really think he might be, and he ain't getting the fair shake he is because he's a Cowboy. He was a Cowboy, and I know a certain person
First
in
of
this
all,
was.
he was not a
I'm
cowboy,
hating on
yo.
because you're a cowboy.
He's not a cowboy
for a
yo.
minute.
I like
He's not a
Brown.
cowboy.
I'm not.
He's
like
yo.
Brown. That's not
He'll
right.
always be a Falcon to me. First of all, I don't even hold them Cowboy.
This
shit
is
here.
my house.
It's a
It's
stain
my
ass
house.
fucking helmet. Anyway, go ahead.
Tell him, Deion.
Looks like a
So
shit
yeah,
stain on that.
I'm going Deion. Deion, you got to go home, unfortunately, but we ain't letting you get disrespected like that.
And honestly, I can't lie. I really did want a Deion. I actually thought you guys were going to pick differently. So, but yeah, I actually wanted Deion against somebody else. But, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, so let's go to the finals.
Here we are.
Little fireworks. Drum roll, please. Anybody? We got finals. Offense versus defense. Jerry versus Reggie. Who wants to go first?
It sounds like a stand-up comedy act.
You want to go first, Ryan?
Go, Ryan.
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. It's Reggie. It's Reggie who's more dominant, in my opinion. I'm not a big Jerry Rice guy. I don't think Jerry Rice is Jerry Rice without Joe Montana. Also, not a big Joe Montana guy though. So
It's like Jerry Rice 14 years without Joe Montana.
I know. I stated that. You're sleeping.
He don't got different conversation, different time. Anyway, it's Reggie White. It's Reggie White. Whoever.
Let's go to Reese. Let's go to Reese next.
Oh,
Hey.
all right, go ahead.
Hey, you already know my vote. You know what I'm saying? And whether I'm biased or not, as you guys don't know, my government name, if you take the tie off, it has rice in it. So it's very simple. It's very simple. That was corny as shit, but it's very simple. It's very simple. It is rice. I can't lie. This man made me want to play football. Another man, you know what I'm saying, with his faith, made me almost turn to be an Eagles fan. But it's rice. When you talk about just literally what you did on the football field, and if that's all we're going to go about, what you did on the football field, then shit, if you break records, you win championships. And now Reek can't say anything because it's 3-2. So if Reek doesn't pick Rice.
3-1, yeah.
3-1. I'm sorry. 3-1. So
Wait,
now
Rice got 4 Super Bowls, no?
No, he only has 3.
He
He
has
only has 3.
one.
I keep forgetting about that shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Bill
So now,
Callahan cost him one.
So now
Yeah, I
this
know,
is why I say this. So now if Reek, because I want to pass it to him and see what he really says. So if he doesn't pick Jerry, he's going against totally everything he's been doing for this Goat Madness. Even though we have it on record, he went against one time. He did do that because he picked Tony Gonzalez. So either way, I got Jerry and Barry. Yes, and so it's a very easy. This is very easy. My man holds so many records. It's not even close. I mean, I can go into a whole shitstorm of fucking records that he holds that nobody even knows that he holds and still tied for it. And he hasn't played in 20 fucking seasons. Last time he played was in 2000, right, guys? And my man still holds all your records? Jesus Christ.
I think it was I thought it was after 2000.
2004. Okay.
2004.
Yeah, 2004,
well,
yeah.
16 seasons, and he still holds these records with more of a passing league. Come on.
That shit is happening for a minute.
I mean, but shit, but whatever. So what you got, Reek?
There's no way I can pick Reggie. It wasn't supposed to be Reggie. It was supposed to be Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott is my goal because he's better than Jerry. He's better than Jerry. Well, I got people over here that choose Deion
This is what I'm talking about.
Ronnie because he impacts the game. Meanwhile, Ronnie does everything better in defense. I don't understand that. But yes, it's Jerry. It's like it's
Rick's still in round one.
How is it Reggie White? How is it Reggie White? It's not. He got the man got 3 rings. You got 1. The man got records. Still got there.
Hey, Ryan was still stuck in the first episode.
Football.
I know.
It was supposed to be Ronnie. It was supposed to be Jerry, and I want to see what Tim and Reese supposed to say, but y'all ruined it because Deion was the prime time and no.
Reek, speak to them. Hashtag not my goat madness.
Yeah, it's
speak
not
to
my
him.
goat. Not
Oh
my
my
goat.
God.
Ronnie is my goat. Ronnie,
You guys sound like idiots with that hashtag.
but out of them two,
goat.
it's Jerry.
We're going to go against ourselves.
I was waiting for Ronnie to get here to kill y'all with this argument, but y'all ruined it for taking Deion Sanders. Go ahead. What you got?
Bruce up. Bruce up.
Fair enough.
Bruce, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask my resident Niner fans real quick because I'm gonna while I'm at it, I'm gonna crush your nonsense with this Ronnie Lott shit. Hey Reese, how many receiving yards has Jerry Rice got?
22,895.
All right, that's a lot of freaking yards. A little bit. He was good for a long time, and there's people that thought he could play yesterday in the league at like 59, however old he is.
He's 57.
So I don't know what the disrespect from you is with the Moss shit. You would, Reek, I love you. You would pick Moss over him. Reggie White, he was phenomenal. He belongs here over Ronnie Lott. I don't care. Well, maybe. I mean, listen, Ronnie Lott was great.
Come on, Bruce.
Ronnie Lott was great, but you're totally disregarding everything that Jerry Rice did.
How was Ronnie better? Now you just said
The best
Reggie's better than
player
Ronnie
on
Lott.
that team was Jerry Rice. The best, say it with me. The best player on that team was Jerry Rice. We'll do it again.
Jerry,
the best player on that team was Jerry Rice. 23,000 yards, Reek.
Jerry.
You got a ring without Jerry.
He did it every single week.
You got a ring without Jerry.
You know what? You know what would be the equivalent of 23,000 yards if Ronnie Lott had like 300 picks and like 170 sacks. 23,000 yards, bro. That's ridiculous, dog. Like, I get it. I get you don't like Jerry Rice. I get it. It's Randy
I don't
Moss.
dislike
blah, blah,
Jerry.
blah.
I like
You
Jerry.
barely do.
No, I don't. I'm just saying he's not the best Niner. It's Ronnie.
He is the best
I don't
Niner of
understand.
all
How?
time. Let's check this out. I'm going to put it to you like this, and then I'll pass to whoever the hell else is going. Jerry Rice is a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah.
Reggie White is a Hall of Famer. Reggie White is a phenomenal football player. One of my favorite of all time. But the NFL, if you took right now, and I without being disrespectful, the NFL would not be the same if Jerry Rice never played in it.
Facts.
Okay?
Facts.
Jerry Rice, there's kids right now, today, that know who Jerry Rice is and look up to Jerry Rice. With all due respect to Ronnie Lott, you're not hearing kids today talk about, I want to be Ronnie Lott. You're not. You're not talking about kids today, and I love Reggie White. Except for maybe an Eagles fan once in a while, I want to be Reggie White. Nah. It's not what it is, man. Like, Reggie White is like Babe Ruth. Like, it's ridiculous, bro.
If you ask the 25 and under generation right now who they would rather than want to be, they would talk about Moss over Jerry because Jerry's too old for them.
Not always, bro.
They would be too old for them.
Not always, dog. You're wrong.
People who are really actually students of the game, they realize.
I said 25 and under. I said 25 and under. You say they would say Moss. They wouldn't say
students of the game. That's what
Austin Moss is a one-trick pony. This is Jerry Rice. Congratulations.
I'm Moss a one-trick pony now.
He been.
Now Moss will run routes.
He been.
Run routes now.
All right. Time out, Reek. Before we get off, what's all the whole job of receiver to do? Because I definitely know this one thing that Moss did not do.
Get open.
That's it? That's
get
all
open,
for the receiver
catch the ball, and score. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's all. That's it. So they don't block, right?
Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
So Deion don't tackle. I don't get paid to block.
Oh, my God. Oh my God.
Do you pay wide receivers to block? Yes or
But
no?
then you talk about, see how you talk about Deion? Yes, you do actually talk. Actually, you know what? Y'all played Riley Cooper to block, didn't y'all? Oh my God. Isn't that an Eagle fact? Oh,
and how did that work out for Riley Cooper?
Hey, Tim, they don't like when I do that.
He's still in the league,
Riley
right?
Cooper, bum ass.
Wait a minute.
Y'all actually paid him. Actually paid him the block.
Wait a minute.
He was a
Niners
bum.
brought in guys
Let's
to
be
block,
honest.
And they made the Super Bowl this year.
Chip paid him to block.
Hey, so once again, you
can I
still
go
paid
yet?
him the block. So once again, I
But
give
that
a
wasn't
fuck.
really
I
why
give
he
a
was
fuck.
scoring touchdowns. So that's why he's still on the team. He was
All right,
going
hold
to
on.
Deshaun Jackson.
Time out.
Just saying.
We can
Hines
debate
Ward
after.
was
Wait,
another
wait,
one
wait,
who blocked.
Wait. Hang on. Time out. We can debate after Tim picks the GOAT. Go ahead, Tim.
Go ahead, Tim.
I'm going to
Even
pick it
though
like
it's already
this. I wrote this when we started this thing. Okay?
Oh.
I got a little envelope here.
I love this.
Oh, wow. We didn't even know about this. Look at this.
I did.
I didn't.
Jerry Rice, no matter what.
Wow.
Another shout out to draft
Thank
day.
you.
I wrote this before the whole thing started and put it in an envelope and stuck it in my football guy's notebook. So I saw this coming months ago.
Good, Tim. Look, you better.
you
know what? You better play the lottery.
I thought you guys might have messed it up, but yeah.
Not me.
I said,
There's no way.
I'll give this to Reek. It would have been a lot harder for me to pick Jerry over Ronnie, but I still would have took Jerry.
Yeah.
Side note, y'all Jerry Rice fans might get disappointed. Look on Facebook right now.
Look,
he's close for Barry.
3 decades of dominance, man.
They don't know. We'll help the fans out.
Not many players have 3 decades of dominance.
It's like
Exactly.
5 before Jay. I'm telling you.
Even Tom Brady's not at 3 decades of dominance yet. He has to win some this in the next year or two.
Facts.
Get the third generation, the third
decade.
He's the only receiver to play 20 years, bro.
Now we saying Jerry better than Tom Brady. I'm done with y'all, yo.
All pro with 3 different
You're
decades.
talking about, this is what I understand. Why is it then when Jerry putting almost 23,000 yards up is not comparable to even Wilt putting up 100 points a game to Wayne Gretzky, all points? Like things like that. Like you talking about, no one's ever going to break that. No one's ever going to goddamn break his damn touchdowns. Like, so what are you talking about? Like, you're talking about GOATs. We're talking about GOATs who aren't even close, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Like, they're not even close. The second person's not even close. They have to, like, Larry Fitzgerald is second, right? He has to play 100 more games, bro. 100 more games.
I know that record is ridiculous. I told you the only person slightly has a chance, like Liz. I get that record is ridiculous. I'm never gonna knock that. That thing is stupid.
But look
at
he played like Tim just said. He played in so many different eras when you literally could grab and hold. And he played as a guy that we had on this list, and he cooked them for 5 touchdowns, and then again cooked them for 3.
Yeah, the one you picked over Ronnie Lott. Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, guess what you played?
Look this way.
And this is why he had to be number 1. This is why it had to be Jerry. This is why it had to be Jerry.
Needs over 10,000 yards to pass Jerry, and the way his body's been acting lately, I don't think he's gonna make it another 5 years.
And that's another thing too. Jerry was always healthy. Jerry was always healthy. Y'all forget that, man. That's another
thing. Because he worked his ass off.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who knows? The only one I got a shot. Only one.
Antonio Brown did have a shot.
Let me tell you something. I'll say this out loud. I'll say it again. Jerry, I'll say this out loud. Julio runs a 4.3. My man ran a 4.7, and he don't got half the talent and half the work ethic that Jerry Rice has.
Now, look, I know you said that earlier, but he really did run like a 4.5. I know they kind of.
No, he didn't. Bro, it was 4.7.
I know they said that, but he really actually ran a 4.5.
No, they said that Jerry's speed and pads didn't change. A lot of other players
exactly.
do.
So that's why you gotta stop that argument. It matter what you do in pads. If you fast, you fast. Just like Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith had a 4.6, but you couldn't catch him in pads. Like if you fast, like if it translates fast.
But I'm saying he didn't have a great 40 time. He did not.
No, but what I'm saying is if you're fast on the field, it doesn't matter.
He ran another 40 time, and it clocked him at 4.5.
That's what I'm saying.
About that.
Yeah, I look like if you.
That's what I'm saying. Like Emmitt was not fast, but Emmitt on the field, you can't catch him. I never saw Emmitt get caught.
Also,
I know. That's a lie. I saw Jerry wearing some.
I've seen Emmitt Smith get ran down plenty of times.
Nate McMillan,
Darryl Green.
His version. Okay. Oh, you went to Darryl Green? Okay,
I'm just saying. I had to put
4-1. Okay, you got caught by a 4-1 sprinter.
Hey, you said he never been caught.
You're right. Okay, he got caught a few times.
Reese, way to get my back, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up,
I know.
Hey, right. Okay.
I know last year
You
Jerry was
called
out
him.
there running routes with the Niners. Looked pretty good still.
I know.
That's what I just said. Didn't I say that? They said you could play today.
Hey,
How
Jerry,
crazy is that?
come over here and be a warrior. Come on to Jersey, be a warrior. Look, I'll sit my happy ass down. I tell all these other people to sit their happy ass down, and you can run routes at 50 some odd years old and cook these young boys. I don't give a shit. Bruce would be like, yes, I'm going to Jerry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to Jerry. Going to Jerry.
I'll go to the line of scrimmage. Guess what? It's going in.
It's going to Jerry.
You three guys should stand there and do nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yo, this
Stay out of Jerry's way.
Stay out
of Jerry's way.
Don't run into Jerry. Just stand there. It's gonna be all right.
It's okay.
Yo. What's the? I forget what movie it was when he's like, "This is the play where we hand the ball off and everybody else just watches so and so do whatever." I forget. I can't think of the damn movie. You know what I'm talking about, Tim?
Was it Friday Night Lights? Because they said that with
I'm just throwing
They
moves.
kind of said that with Boogie
It
Mile.
was. I think that's what it was. It's like, yo, this is the play where everybody stands on the line of scrimmage and Jay runs a corner post or a post corner and we watch him score a touchdown. All right? Good idea. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, listen.
Hey.
I don't even know. I mean, I kind of knew Jay was going to be the go coming to this. I just didn't go all draft day on everybody. My man, Tim.
Hey.
Yeah, consensus, but hey.
I can't lie. I'm actually shocked, and I'm glad that I'm glad to be part of this. You know, at least three out of the two. Actually, you know what, Reek? He came around because he had to do the Super Bowl, so the 3 against 1.
Yeah,
he had to come around.
he couldn't go against it.
So he couldn't go against that. So I'm glad we had to put Reek in a box. Yeah, I know Ryan, he's still sleeping. You know, he's hoping to wake up in the 90s and figure out what's going on. What happened there. So
he's gonna go watch Back to the Future.
He's gonna watch Back to the Future. I see like the weirdo sneakers though, but either way. Hey, Ryan, you want to take us home?
Future 3.
Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't listened the past hour and a half, Jerry Rice, unfortunately, is our GOAT.
Wow,
so
fired.
I'm the odd man out here.
Elite.
Yeah, so that was GOAT madness. We got to figure out what's going to be next because we got football right around the corner.
Yes,
Who had Jerry Rice?
Oh, yeah. Who had Jerry Rice?
Bremy, I think.
Yes, it was.
Oh, God. Goddamn, Bremy.
Mr. Bremy. Congratulations.
Brimsky. You lucky motherfucker.
Yo,
You Cowboys fan.
I guess a win tonight.
Okay.
I guess a win tonight makes up for what happened on Sunday with Bremy. Nah, I just had to take that little day.
Bremy, you'll receive 2 pairs of Ryan's underwear in the mail next week.
That's a dig at me. You're thinking of the wrong guy, right?
No, I said it'll make up for you misheard me, Bruce.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just saying.
You're an innocent bystander here. That being said, as always, we are the Football Guys Podcast. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can hear us on Apple Podcasts. You can hear us on Spotify. Check us out. Hit us with please give us 5 stars on Apple. That's huge. We appreciate all the feedback we've gotten so far. Anything you guys want to hear, because Goat Madness is over now. We ain't gonna be doing this again for at least another 10 years. Hopefully we're still doing this then. That being said, I'm Ryan, he's Reese, he's Reek, he's Bruce, he's Tim. This was Goat Madness, and we are the Football Guys. We're out.
Yeah.
Later.